What's up, guys? Deadly here, and today I'm bringing you some free-for-all on Interchange. And this is another subscriber suggestion. This one's from TazJohnny7, who wanted me to walk only in a free-for-all and win. Now I gotta tell you, at first I didn't think that walking only was gonna make much of a difference, and I was actually surprised at how much of a difference it makes, and I think you guys are gonna see that real quick at the beginning of the game. But basically, I think I kill this guy right here, and I hear another guy, and I'm going around this truck. You know, I accidentally ran into that pole, but good to see him, I was able to stop it. I heard that guy, and he's actually already behind me, and he kills me, and in the kill cam he sees me right there. And by the time I get to the other side of the truck, he's already directly behind me. And I found that extremely weird, because it didn't seem like it took that long for me to get to the other side of the truck after I checked the left side. But apparently by the time I got to the right side of the truck, he was already directly behind me, and he ran around the whole thing. So there you go, if you wanted to know how much difference it actually made. There's your good little example. But anyway, today I kind of want to talk about two topics. One of them is the question, what do you want to do with your life? You know, like, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to work as? And stuff like that. And the last one, hopefully I can close out this commentary with it, is the COC 2, or Call of the Community 2, which was live this Sunday. Hopefully you guys saw it. And if you guys don't know what it is, I'll be explaining it later on in the commentary. But back to the topic of what do you want to do with your life. And that's kind of a weird question, you know, because sometimes we don't really think about it. There's no real reason to, unless you really are focused on the future. And I'm not that kind of person. I kind of like to stick with what's happening currently and worry about tomorrow, you know. I try to mostly keep my thoughts in the present, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen a minute from now. You don't know what's going to happen an hour from now. So to be thinking about the next day, to me, seems kind of ridiculous. But then again, I respect how other people think. I know my brother, for example, my brother's always thinking ahead, and he never really stops to see what's right in front of him, you know. And I think that's also a downside. And so I mean, you can't really be perfect in that sense. It's kind of hard to be. Like that pro nade that didn't kill me, but he did. But yeah, so the question, what do you want to do with your life, is kind of a difficult one for me, because I don't think ahead, like I just said. That rhymed. I must be a poet, and I don't know it. I should just stop. Anyway, but it's kind of a hard one for me, because I don't like to think in the future. And now that high school is almost over, which for me anyway, because I'm a sophomore this year, there's 4 months of school. And even though that might seem like a really long time for some of you guys, it's really not if you think about it. I mean, I've been alive for 16 years, and it doesn't seem like it's been that long of a time, to be honest with you guys. Now, is that to say that 16 years isn't a lot? I mean, it is. But when you really think about it, in the grand scheme of things, did it seem like 16 years? Because to me, it didn't. I mean, I still remember 8th grade, 7th, 6th grade, you know, like, it just happened yesterday. And time moves really fast. And when people say that to me, at first it bothers me, you know, because I'm like, what are you talking about? All days are 24 hours long. I don't say that, and you know what I mean. I was just being sarcastic there. But it's kind of a weird concept, because when I was in 8th grade, we had people, you know, come to our middle school, and they were like, make high school the best time you could possibly make it, because, you know, by the time you get to senior year, you know, it's gonna fly by, and you're gonna regret not doing whatever you wanted to do in high school. And at first I was like, yeah, right. I mean, school's school, right? But freshman year went by really fast, and this year, like I said, there's only 4 months of school left, and I didn't see, you know, for a whole first semester, like that just flew by. So to think about what I want to do with my life, to me has gotten a little bit more important. I mean, I could definitely say that a year ago I could care less, and now it's kind of like, wait a minute, what do I want to do, you know? And I know, like, the basic answers, you know, like I want to go to college, but as to what I want to study in college, I have no idea. What college I want to go to, I have no idea again. And it's kind of weird that something so important, you don't really think about it until it's right in your face, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it for that. So there was a little question for you to think about. Hopefully it wasn't a saddening topic. I don't think it is. I mean, I found it really interesting when I started thinking about it. But right here, let's close it out on a completely different subject. COC2. We have about 2 minutes left of this gameplay, I believe. So let's talk about COC2 as much as possible. Call of the Community 2. If you didn't see the first one, or the second one, it's basically when a whole bunch of commentators, for example, Mr. Phantasmo, Walkboy, 7th Street, CNNers, Zergriz, Optic Fwiz, I think, was in there. But I think he just goes by Fwiz. Hutch, did I already say Hutch? Face Temper, a whole bunch of commentators. They basically get together and hold a charity event, and the charity event is to Thirst Relief International, I believe is what it's called. And you know, people go on there and donate money while watching their favorite commentators play games. Mainly Call of Duty, actually only Call of Duty, because it's a tournament. And unfortunately, I forget who was on the team that won. I think they were called the Scoregasms. Might be completely wrong. So if you know, let me type it down in the comment section below so that people can see who won and who was on that team. But regardless, it was a good time. My favorite part of the game tournament, was definitely near the end, when Mr. Phantasmo started live casting. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, he's a funny guy. What do you gotta say? And all of the games he was in, I mean, I saw the first Call of the Community, and needless to say, Mr. Phantasmo was not on his A game on the first one, because I think he had literally bought a Xbox for that day, and that was the first day he was using it. But this time, he was actually pretty good. I mean, he got pretty far. I think he went all the way to the quarterfinals, or was it semifinals? I think it was actually semifinals or something like that. It was either semifinals or quarterfinals. But yeah, if you missed it this time, you should definitely watch Call of the Community 3. Other than that, if you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys have any more suggestions as to what you guys want to see, let me know that as well. The next commentary that I have up for you guys is actually knifing and throwing knifing only. Probably gonna record that commentary tomorrow, and I'm gonna go ahead and peace on out of here.